This is how close we all are to understanding that our government is criminal. That's it. We're waking up. This world's waking up. To spell it out one time only for those who are lost and not registering the hundreds of clues that we've been dropping to you. Here we go. One time. Pay close attention. You are watching a movie. A lot of what you are seeing is completely bullshit and fake. I'm quoting this, guys. It's so outrageous on purpose just to get your attention. It will continue until it has accomplished that goal and fully accomplished that goal. There is no Biden presidency. And I'm going to tell you something. Biden was caught last week on camera saying Trump was the president of the United States. See, because that's not Joseph Biden. You know that, right? Right. Okay. You think they're not working for Trump? They really are. This whole thing is an operation to wake up the people, you guys and your neighbors. And it's going to piss a lot of people off, and it's going to hurt a lot of people. But it is absolutely necessary. The real Biden was executed for his crimes long ago. Along with Clinton. That woman in the purple the other day wasn't Hillary Clinton. You're seeing actors, and some have masks. That's why Biden keeps referring to himself as the mask president. This means they are the good guys in this movie and on the team of freedom. The entire election was fake. Without Biden becoming president and President Trump, you think he's stepping down, guys? Do you think he did? No, he didn't. Let me tell you an interesting thing that is most of you probably haven't noticed. I hope you all have in this room, but I'm speaking generally, that the Americans haven't noticed. When President Trump flies somewhere to a rally, lots of people show up. But when he flies on Trump Force One, the plane he ordered to replace the new presidential plane. Remember him showing the plane that he ordered? Told how much money it was and what a deal he got on it from Boeing? Remember that? And that's the plane he flies on. He doesn't always fly on his own Trump private plane. He flies on Trump Force One. And along with Trump Force One flies a C-135 full of an entire motorcade, full of Secret Service. And he gets out and he drives, and there's a long line of cars to where he's going. And Secret Service have been there and checked everything out first, because they're the best, most efficient security team in the world. And if he has to make a little jaunt, Marine One flies with him. And you'll see 3 planes in the air. You'll also see 2 fighter planes. 2 F-35s on each side. And that's how Trump goes around this nation. You see, and then you got Biden, who gets caught in a grocery store with the people looking at him, and there's not one Secret Service agent in the store. He gets caught walking out of the back side of the White House through the parking lot, two security guards, not even Secret Service, just security guards, walk halfway with him to his 10-year-old car, where he gets in by himself because they turned off 200 feet from the car, and people were videotaping him. Are you kidding me? You think the President of the United States of America is walking to his own private car without a motorcade and a Secret Service? This whole thing is so damn fake, it's pathetic. When we all wake up to that, that's what the public has to see to wake up. And they're making it more absurd every week. It's getting more absurd.
People still believe it.
And he had a fake inauguration. It wasn't done at the right time. He didn't say the right things, and he only took one of the three oaths. They started up after they, well, here, I'll just read this one. As of 15th of December at midnight in 2021, the United States, Inc. was officially bankrupted. The very next day, they started up the White House Office, Inc., a new corporation under the District of Columbia. Bonnie in prison and me here have been studying the laws of the District of Columbia, and we've read every one. And I'll tell you some of the things we've learned. It's absolutely amazing. The amazing thing is, even the U.S. Inc. had no power. Since this country's been a corporation, especially since 1871, all the way back to the District of Columbia's formation in 1871, and this country became a corporation, the President's office has had no power as the corporation other than to direct the employees of the corporation. They've had no power. They just got you to consent to be an employee. They've had no power to do anything, no power to form laws. This is why a bill on Capitol Hill, that old cartoon that teaches us as children how laws are passed in this country, was a farce. They left out a big part. And that big part is that once a bill is written by the lawyers on K Street based upon how much lobbying dollars they got, it goes to Congress to be passed, and then it goes to the Senate to be ratified, and then it goes to the President to be signed into law. Baloney. It goes from the President's desk after his okay to the mayor of the District of Columbia. And if he don't like it, it goes back to Congress to be rewritten. And who controlled that corporation? Well, it used to be the Crown and ultimately the Vatican through several little steps. All subsidiary corporations. Well, then the Vatican went away, and the City of London went away, and the Crown Inc. went away, and what's left? The District of Columbia, ran by the stakeholders of the WHO, controlling through the United Nations all of the health of the chattel property, which is you. And through that, through the Department of Health and Human Services, they hold the bond paper of about $100 billion each. It's crazy. Well, Judge Clarence Thomas, Supreme Court Justice, said as of December 15th, midnight 2021, U.S. Inc. was officially bankrupt and according to the Supreme Court, no longer existed, thus reversing the 1871 Act of England and allowing the U.S. to go from maritime law to common law. That's a big deal. It's a very big deal. I'm going to jump back to 1983 for just a minute. Because we're talking about, for a short period of time this morning, very short, I'm not going to go into it very much, this one world government we're under, that none of us wanted, that really only exists on paper, not in our minds and hearts, right?
Right.
Okay. Public Law 98-166, under 97 Stat 1096. November 28th, 1983. That's how long ago this was. The principle or doctrine of one world government or one world citizenship for the promotion, direct or indirect, of the principle of the doctrines of the one world government or one world citizenship in Section 302, funds are appropriated under this title shall be available for expenses of international arbitrations and other proceedings for the international resolution of disputes arising under treaties or other international agreements, including international air transport agreements and arbitrations arising under contracts authorized by law for the performance of services or acquisition of property abroad.